Have you ever been late for school? Waking up late, running around, skipping breakfast. Yes, me too. Many times. Today, let me tell you a story. A simple story in simple English. About one morning when everything went wrong. Let's begin. It was a Monday morning. The alarm clock was ringing. Beep, beep, beep. But I didn't wake up. I was still dreaming. In my dream, I was flying in the sky. I was happy and free. Suddenly, I heard a loud voice. Wake up. You're late. It was my mom. I opened my eyes. I looked at the clock. It was 8:15 a.m. School starts at 8:30. I jumped out of bed. I shouted, "Oh no, I'm late." I ran to the bathroom. I brushed my teeth in 30 seconds. I splashed cold water on my face. No time for a shower. I put on my school uniform. My shirt was wrinkled. My socks didn't match. But I didn't care. I looked for my shoes. One was under the bed. The other was in the kitchen. I grabbed my school bag. I forgot to check if I had my books. No time. My mom said, "Eat your breakfast." I said, "No time, Mom." She said, "At least take a banana." I took the banana and ran out the door. On the way, I saw the school bus. It was already leaving. I shouted, "Wait, wait." But the driver didn't hear me. I ran as fast as I could. I was tired. I was sweating. But I didn't stop. While running, I slipped on a banana peel. Yes, the same banana I dropped. I fell down. My clothes got dirty. A few kids laughed. Even I laughed. It was funny and a little embarrassing. But I got up and kept running. I reached school at 8:35 a.m. The gate was still open. But the bell had already rung. The gatekeeper looked at me. He said, "Late again." I smiled and said, "Just a little." I walked to my classroom. The hallway was empty. All the students were inside. I stood at the door. The teacher looked at me. She asked, "Why are you late?" My mind was blank. I didn't know what to say. Should I tell the truth? That I woke up late? That I missed the bus? That I slipped on a banana peel? I said there was traffic. She raised her eyebrows. She said, traffic, huh? I nodded quickly. She said, "Come in. Sit down." I was safe. For now. That day, I learned something important. Being late is not fun. You feel rushed. You miss important things. You feel embarrassed. So, I made a plan. I set 2 alarms. I packed my bag the night before. I ironed my clothes. I promised myself no more banana drama. The next morning, my alarm rang. Beep, beep, beep. This time, I woke up. I smiled. I was ready. I had time for breakfast. I caught the bus. I reached school on time. My teacher smiled at me. She said, "Wow, you're early today." I said, "Yes." I learned my lesson. I quietly walked to my seat. My friend Ria whispered, "What happened?" I whispered back, "Long story." We both smiled. The teacher started the lesson. It was English class. Today's topic was telling stories. The teacher said, "Everyone will tell a short story today. It can be real or made up." I was nervous. What should I say? I thought. I just lived a story this morning. One by one, students came in front. Some told funny stories. Some told scary ones. Some were very short. Some were too long. Then, the teacher called my name. "Now it's your turn." I stood up slowly. My hands were cold. My heart was beating fast. I walked to the front. I looked at my classmates. All eyes were on me. I took a deep breath and said, "Good morning, everyone. Today, I want to tell you a true story. It happened today. This morning." The class looked curious. I continued. "This morning, I woke up late. I missed my school bus. I ran after it. I slipped on a banana peel. Everyone laughed, but I didn't give up. I ran all the way. I reached school at 8:35. The teacher gave me the look, but she let me in. The class clapped. Even the teacher smiled. She said, 'Great job. Real stories are the best.' Finally, it was break time. My friends came to me. Ria said, 'That was a funny story.' Aman said, 'You're like a movie hero.' I laughed and said, 'Next time, I'll set 3 alarms.' We all sat together and ate lunch. I finally ate that banana. Yes, a new one. It felt good to laugh. It felt good to be with friends. After lunch, the English teacher gave us a quiz. It was simple. Just 5 questions. She said, 'Let's test your listening skills. I'll ask questions from today's stories.' She asked, 'Who slipped on a banana peel today? What was today's English topic? What time did the student reach school? What excuse did he give? What lesson did he learn?' I smiled. I knew all the answers. After the quiz, the teacher said, 'Every day is a new story. Some are funny, some are hard. But we learn something each day. And when you tell your story, you practice your English. So, don't be afraid to speak. Even simple stories are powerful.' We all clapped. Her words stayed in my mind. The school day ended. I walked home slowly. No running. No falling. I thought about my day. It started badly, but it ended well. Why? Because I stayed calm. Because I didn't give up. And because I turned my mistake into a story. At home, my mom asked, 'How was your day?' I said it was crazy, but also good. I told her everything. She laughed at the banana part. She said, 'Next time, sleep early.' I nodded. Yes, yes. Lesson learned. Then she said something sweet. Even when your day starts wrong, you can end it right. Now, I want to ask you, my viewer, have you ever been late for school? Or late for work? What happened? Did you run? Did you panic? Did you laugh? If yes, write your story in the comments. Even 3 or 4 sentences are okay. Writing in English helps you improve. And don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Let's learn and review 10 new English words from today. Whisper, to speak very softly. Nervous, feeling worried or scared. Clap, to hit your hands together. Curious, wanting to know more. Panic, to feel sudden fear. Hero, someone brave or strong. Fall, to drop down by accident. Promise, to say you will do something. Lesson, something you learn. Excuse, a reason for being late or wrong. Try to use these in a sentence. You can say them out loud, or write them in a notebook. Let's do a little speaking practice. I will say a sentence. You repeat after me. Ready? I woke up late. I missed the bus. I ran fast. I slipped and fell. I reached school just in time. I learned a lesson today. Good job. Practice like this every day. So, this was the story, late for school. Was it just a story? No. It was also a way to learn English. Through real life. Through mistakes. Through fun. That night, I went to bed early. But something funny happened. I had a dream. A very strange dream. In my dream, I was in a big classroom. But it was not a normal classroom. There were flying books, walking pencils, and a talking clock. The clock shouted, "Wake up! Wake up! Don't be late again." I laughed and said, "Okay, okay. I learned my lesson." Then the teacher in the dream said, "Let's test your English now." In my dream, the teacher gave me a fun challenge. She said, "Match the word with the picture." On the board, I saw these words: banana, alarm clock, school bus, shoes, teacher, classroom, gate, story, dream, homework. One by one, pictures popped up. I had to say the correct word. I said, 1, banana, 2, alarm clock, and so on. It was fun. It didn't feel like a test. I was learning even in my sleep. Then the talking clock came close and said, "Time is your best friend, if you use it well. But if you waste it, you will always be late." That line felt important. Even in my dream, I knew I needed to change my habits. The clock said, "Here are 5 golden rules. Here are the 5 tips I learned in my dream. Simple and useful. 1. Sleep early. If you sleep late, you will always feel tired in the morning. 2. Set 2 alarms. 1 alarm might not work. 2 is safer. 3. Prepare the night before. Pack your bag, clean your shoes, iron your clothes. 4. Eat something small. Even a fruit or toast gives you energy. 5. Leave 10 minutes early. It saves you from stress and panic." The clock said, "Remember, being on time is a superpower." Suddenly, I heard beep, beep, beep. It was morning. I opened my eyes. The alarm was ringing. I smiled and said, "This time I'm ready. No more running. No more slipping. No more banana drama." I followed all the tips. I reached school on time, and I felt proud. That day, our teacher gave out stars. She said, "Today's star student is someone who is on time, told a great story yesterday, and showed improvement." She called my name. Everyone clapped. I felt happy and surprised. Sometimes, small efforts bring big results. Now I want to talk to you, yes, you, my viewer. Maybe you've been late before. Maybe you're still working on your time skills. That's okay. We all make mistakes. But we must learn, improve, and try again. Every day is a chance to be better. In English and in life. So promise yourself, "I will not give up." Say it with me now. I will not give up. Good job. Let's practice English speaking again. Repeat after me slowly. I go to bed early. I wake up on time. I pack my bag at night. I catch the school bus. I reach school before the bell. Again. I learn from my mistakes. I speak English with confidence. I believe in myself. Very good. Now here's your homework, but don't worry, it's fun. Write a short story in English. Just 5 or 6 lines. The topic: one day I was late. You can begin like this. One day, I woke up late. I ran to school. Be creative. Be simple. Write it in the comments below. I will read your story. And maybe I will feature your story in the next video. So, what did we learn today? Real stories help us learn English. Mistakes are okay. Practice builds confidence. Being late is not fun, but it can be funny. Time is our friend. You are doing great. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share this with someone who is always late. I'm proud of you for learning. Keep going. Keep practicing. And remember, never forget your alarm clock. See you next time on time. Bye-bye.